Okay, hey, this is Mega here. So, continuing along with our Tugger strap modification. So this is kind of like what we're gonna make one already. I guess I must have pre-made this already. Basically, this is a lashing strap. Yeah, it is. If you could find a lashing strap, it would make it easier for one side. So basically, this is a lashing strap that's been looped onto itself. So there's a loop on one end here, and then there's just the flat part here, and then it's been looped on the other end right here with a slider, kind of like this guy right here. And that's basically what we're going to make. You just want to make a strap that will go around the subframe here. Hopefully it's pretty strong. It looks like it's pretty stout. I'm pretty sure you could pick the bike up on it. So I mean, honestly, the only place that you can really pick this thing up from, the only handle on the Sauron is this right here, the subframe mount right here. This is where I usually, pick the bike up from, like right here or right here, right here. It's very awkward trying to move the bike around, trying to grab that. So the Tugger strap, it makes it, it gives you like a nice little handle that goes above the seat, so you can, so you don't have to worry about that. So you don't have to grab it at some awkward angle. It'll make it really easy. You can pick the bike up pretty easily and drag it around. It's really handy. I've been using it on this bike for a while, and it works great. You can even use it to spin it around the center stand, the side stand. I'll show you some tricks that you can do with it when I get it installed. But anyway, so yeah, this is pretty much the final outcome here. But I'm going to show you how to make it from scratch using just some nylon webbing here, and these are 2 sliders. So these came out this little pack here. So 2 1-inch sliders is what they are. Like I mentioned, if you have a lashing strap, if I can find another one here, it'll be easier. But it seemed to find. I don't think I have another one. So yeah. No, I don't have another one. But yeah. So it would be a lot easier if you use a lashing strap. You can make it like this. This would work just fine, but I'm going to show you how to make it out of just the webbing and the 2 sliders. So, okay, so we're going to do the work here on our Victory Impulse TT seat here as a kind of workbench. Probably going to need some scissors. Okay, so I got the scissors and some lighter. A lighter will help, so you can burn the frayed end, so it doesn't come undone on you. I don't know if I'm doing that. Let's get it. So I'm going to just undo this guy. And you're probably going to want to get your seat. So it's going to go over the seat. So you're probably going to want enough to go over the seat. Whatever. I'll wind it up again. So you want enough to go over the seat. That's the front of the seat. I should probably do the back. It will be. So it's probably going to be like around here. This is what I'm guessing. So you're going to want that much, and probably you're going to probably want double that. So do double just in case. So about that much right there. And I would say just go a little bit extra, if just in case. So we'll go ahead, set that aside, and then we're going to go cut this out, so we can work with it that way. And then if you have extra, you can cut whatever extra you have out. So. Okay, it's pretty easy. So go ahead and just kind of set the longer one aside, and then the one that you cut out for doing the work. So this is what I'm talking about, the frame. The frame. See how there's like little fibers coming off of it. That could undo itself later, because it's just it's just open there. So what you're going to want to do is burn that with a lighter. It's an old trick I learned in the army. So We work with webbing a lot in the Army. A lot of our gear and like body armor and stuff has like webbing and stuff on it. So I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit, so that way it won't unfray itself. Okay. And then we'll go start making our loop. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is just put this in like this, like that. And then you're going to want to run it back onto itself. So loosen it. Okay. And then stuff it back into itself inside the loop. If you don't have enough, just make extra. That's why like I said, it's good to have extra. Okay. And then maybe pull it out like an inch or something, and then tighten it. Oh yeah. We were supposed to do this on the frame. It's okay. I'm going to show you how to make the basic dealie, but really this was supposed to go around the frame. And see, it's pretty strong. You can really pull on it, and it'll, it won't come undone. So we're just going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm showing you how it works, but this isn't how what happened here? This isn't really how it's gonna be. So it's some kind of magic. I can't reproduce it. It's Merlin trying to do magic tricks here. Okay, yeah. Okay, I got it. So, supposedly you could probably pull this out like this, and it will come undone. But the frame will be in there to keep that from happening. It ain't gonna happen. Yeah. So you could totally undo this, and it'll come out the other end, but it won't if the frame is in there. So that's what I'm talking about. So okay, so that's kind of like the basic dealie, but we're gonna have to undo it again. So that's kind of like the basic concept of how it works. It's gonna be pulled like that, and you're gonna be pulling it like this, like this, and you can use that to pull up on the brake. Okay, so we got our saw on here, and we're gonna show you how to install this guy. So this is we've already removed the seat. Basically, it's just going to go connect like right there. And this will keep it from coming out. Hopefully this is strong enough to pick the bike up with. I hope. It looks pretty strong. I think it should be. So what you're going to want to do is undo your strap and loop it around the subframe. And then we got to loosen this again. Got it? Okay. Then pull it straight. There you go. Nice and strong. And then just do that for the other side. Out. Loop it underneath the subframe. Okay, and then you're going to want to adjust it. First, let's just pull this straight. Okay, there we go. So that's the basic idea right there. We should be able to pick the bike up. Yeah, pretty heavy. But all right. So the next thing to do is to put the seat back on. And we're going to need to adjust it. So let's go ahead and put the seat back on. So hopefully you got enough meat in there. Oh, you know what? Probably going to have to put the seat back on first. Yeah, so I guess take one of them out. Hades Mega is still trying to figure this out. So take one out, put the seat back on. Okay. And you're gonna drape this on top. Ooh, you know what? We might not even have. We might not have enough. You probably want this over here. Hades Mega may have to go back and make another strap. We probably didn't make enough. Okay, so I kind of want to put this over here so this doesn't, like, the plastic part doesn't mess up the seat. So we may not have enough. Okay. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to. You're going to want more than that. Okay. We're going to try this again. We're just going to use a long strap. We're just going to use a really long strap next time. Okay. So Hades and I kind of messed up. We didn't make a long enough one, so we have to go make another one. I wasn't expecting it to come because it has to go up around the thing and then go around, loop around here, so it needs a lot of strap. Anyway, the previous video was just to kind of like show you how it works, but it's not really how to install it. So basically, you got to get your strap. So I used a long strap this time. We're gonna use this long strap to get the size that we want, and then we're gonna cut it instead of like what I did before. So I cut a smaller one, and I just tried to install it right now, and it didn't fit. So it wasn't long enough. So even though we made it a little extra long. So okay, so what you're gonna want to do is loop these guys into the sliders. Okay. It might be helpful to do just to put two of them in there right away. Okay. And then what you're going to want to do is take your seat off and put one of them in first. So put one in, tighten that up a little. I'm going to loosen it up. I'd imagine this is probably going to be hard to uninstall and install again. So it's the first time. Hopefully, is the you won't have to take your seat out or take the strap out for whatever reason. Okay. Okay. So there's one side. We're going to go ahead and put our seat on because we got to get the right length. Just kind of lay your seat on where the mounting holes are. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna go drape this around like that. So what I want to do is move this. So maybe it's like right on the side of the seat. You don't want it underneath here because it may like start tearing your seat up. You want it on like a soft part of the seat, not like a sharp part. Okay, so that should be good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to attach it on the other end. And maybe it would be a good idea to leave extra webbing on both sides. So this little tail here, it might be a good idea to just leave it, and I'll show you a way that we can tuck that in. Okay, the next thing we want to do is loop this around the frame. I'm just going to do it, and then I'm going to show you how I did it afterwards. So I'm just gonna, because you kind of can't see what I'm doing from this camera angle. I'm going to go take the other end and loop it around the seat. Okay, and then you're going to want to stick it into the slider. So kind of get the slider where you want it, and then but you can always adjust it after. Okay. Okay. So you kind of want some extra. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move the slider to the side. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much gonna be kind of how it works, but it's also kind of tugging up at the seat at the same time. Hopefully this doesn't break the seat. I hope not. But that's really the only way we can connect it, you know. I guess we'll find out. This is still experimental. So now what we're going to have to do is experiment with getting the length right. This is way too long, by the way. So I'm going to show you how I draped it, how I connected it underneath. So basically, you just take it from the other side, and then you just push the seat up a little bit, and then stick it under there, and then stick it back into the slider, and then that's it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and adjust it how I want it, and I'll tell you how I adjust it after I'm done with it. Okay, so this seat's a little bit smaller than the KLX, but so what you're going to want to do is get like the glove that you normally use when you're riding. So I use this Nexos glove here, and then you're just going to want to adjust it. So just keep on playing around with the slack until you get it how you want it, and then so it should just be enough where you can get your hand. I probably want to tighten that a little more. Where you can get your hand inside with your glove. This is probably a little too loose. So yeah, so that should be good. And then what we got to do is we got to bolt the seat now. Hopefully this doesn't break the seat. I hope not. I don't. Okay, he's Mick here, and I got it. It's on there. Finally, at last. So here it is. I got my glove. I can kind of get it in there, you know. I can pick the bike up a little bit. It's probably better if I put it on the ground. Basically, we're not really use this to pick the bike up. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. The strap should be. Hopefully, the strap is strong enough. And it doesn't look like the seat is breaking or anything. So that's good. So now it could slide around a little bit. Yeah. So I think what we're going to have to do. Oh, I know we're not going to be able to put the plastic cover back on. But yeah, so I got it adjusted there right. I adjusted it so these guys are on the side here. You could probably move them around too. What would be a good idea is to just leave a little bit of strap left, maybe like half of it or something. So I'm probably going to cut this like right around here, right here, and then if you want, you can put some electrical tape around it to make a better kind of handle. And to keep the tails from. When you feel you've got it the way you want it, go ahead and wrap it with electrical tape, and then that'll make it a little stronger too. But yeah, so there it is. The seat's bolted down. The seat has to be bolted down, or else you're just gonna tug, and then the seat's just gonna pop right out. So the next problem will be how we're gonna put this cover back, because this is kind of in the way now. So I think what we're gonna have to do. Actually, that'll keep this from coming out too. So where I would want to probably grab it is probably somewhere in the back here, I'm thinking. So you're gonna want to position it somewhere. Oh, it won't go any farther than there's a little thingamajigger here. Let me see. Okay. Anyway, so the next step is well, let's cut this. Let me cut this real quick. It's good to have a little extra there, so if you want to adjust it later, you can. Then. So we'll cut it like around here. So. Okay. So like I said, it's a good idea to burn the ends of the webbing. Try not to burn your seat in the process. Do the other side too. Okay. That's pretty much there. And then, so the next thing we do is we got to figure out how we're going to put this back on. Honestly, I don't want to put this back on, but my turn signals are attached to it, and and the license plate brackets on it, so I kind of have to have it on there, you know. But we're gonna have to modify it so it works. So you kind of want to have to adjust where you want it on the seat. So I feel that like right here is fine. Yeah, right where it's at right now is okay. There's a big kind of gap. There's a big gap like right around here. I can stick my fingers through it, so that'd be okay, I guess. So. Or you could just pinch it with the seat. I don't know, but I think this is okay. Right where it's at. This is about like 3/4. Just be okay. It's just experiment with it, I guess. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to cut this cover. I have to modify the cover a little bit. Yeah, because this has to go